Hello and welcome to the first ever Breastfeeding and All the Ish That No One Told Us, brought to you by Orole. My name is Ana Rojas Bastidas. I will be your host, and we have a lot to dive into, but before we get started, a disclaimer. So, before we get started on everything, I just wanted to share a little bit about myself. I was born in Bogota, Colombia, and I'm currently living in Houston, Texas, with my three children. And my husband. I have a 14-year-old, a almost 13-year-old, and a 2.5-year-old that I'm still currently breastfeeding. And my breastfeeding journey has been dramatically different with all three of them. I am a certified lactation counselor, and I started Orole about a year and a half ago. It is a lifestyle apparel brand for breastfeeding mothers, and one of the three pillars that we operate on is education. When I had my first son, I didn't know what I was doing. I actually remember this movie called The Blue Lagoon with Brooke Shields. I think that's what it's called. And in it, she gets pregnant, she gives birth, and she accidentally starts breastfeeding because she doesn't know what she's doing. And that's pretty much probably the extent of education I had in regards to breastfeeding 14 years ago. And I can't tell you that there was that much more 2 years ago when my youngest was born. So I wanted to create a whole YouTube channel dedicated to all of the things that come with breastfeeding, and that of course is the actual physiological function, right? Like, how does breastfeeding actually work? What are some of the hiccups that we have that are just really, really common, that for some reason when we're going through them feel like we're the only ones going through it? I have to talk about things like racism, and we are not going to stray away from any topic. We're going to talk about sex. We're going to talk about why we have such a low sex drive after having given birth. We're going to talk about the fears we have about low supply. We're going to talk about body image issues that we have, look at our bodies. We're going to look at us as a whole person. So we have quite a few topics that we're going to cover over weeks and weeks. So if you thought this was going to be a video about how to do everything real quick, 1, 2, 3, this is not it, but none of those videos actually exist because there is a whole lot that goes into breastfeeding. So I do hope that you join us, you subscribe so that you can see whenever our latest videos are coming out. And of course, if you have any particular topics that you want to make sure that we talk about, we are going to talk about. My goal is to release at least 2 videos per week, and that of course is my goal. But as a mom of 3 in the middle of a pandemic, we're going to see how that works out. But you can expect these videos to come out on a regular basis. Everything that I will be sharing with you is going to be evidence-based, and that means if I can't back it up with a study or science, then it's not something that I'm going to share. And one of the things that we will be talking about very regularly are common misperceptions and misconceptions that people have about breastfeeding. We perpetuate them. If we don't know the origins of what we are speaking to, then we may cause more harm than good. So I will try to link as many of the things that I talk about in the comments so that you have the ability to go and check some more. If I feel that there's a topic that you want to discuss that I'm not quite sure about, we're going to bring in some other experts because it is a individual task that is breastfeeding, but it is a community that supports it. So we want to make sure that we are creating a community around you that is going to give you facts and confidence and all of the things that moms really need. Also going to make sure that the videos are short and concise. I'm going to try to limit them to no more than 5 or 10 minutes because most of us don't have that much time to watch videos. And so we're going to be pretty concise and be mindful of your time. We're not following anything in any particular order because there are a variety of topics and things that we can really dig deep into. So I'm not following any particular order. So I will end our first video wishing you a happy first day of Breastfeeding Awareness Month. There are activities planned all virtually, so make sure you're following us on Instagram at Orole Official or on Facebook at Orole. I hope you have an amazing afternoon, evening, morning, night, wherever you are on this amazing planet. And if nobody else has told you today, you are doing an amazing job, and I'm so, so very proud of you.